What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic. Your boy CJ Goodfella. Media reaction to Jarrell Miller getting a unanimous decision over Johann Duhaupas. Definitely a sloppy fight. Definitely Johann Duhaupas was a different fighter since we seen him last versus Deontay Wilder. After that stoppage, he got stopped by Alexander Povetkin. Then he got a couple wins in between there, here and there. Jarrell Miller is definitely not ready for the Tier 1 heavyweights. I consider the Tier 1 heavyweights Ortiz, Povetkin, Wilder, Joshua, and possibly Joseph Parker at this point. I think he's a fringe 1-2. But, yeah, I don't think he's ready for, the top guys. But in this fight, he came out on fire. He don't throw punches like a conventional boxer. He slaps with them. He used to be a pro kickboxer, and he's still slapping with his punches. But for a 304-pound guy, don't know what he came in on fight night. He definitely is a supreme superior athlete for that size. He was coming out hot on Duhaupas, and Miller just don't seem to be a big puncher, especially when he's moving up in competition. As this fight was a move up in competition from the walk fight, in my opinion. Even though the blonde-haired Duhaupas this time around didn't seem to be his usual self, but yeah, but Miller, he was doing some good work, a lot of head hunting, and I think if he not gonna fix the fundamental issues he got with throwing punches and stop slapping with hooks and start turning hooks over, he gonna need to start committing to the body if he gonna compete with the Tier 1 heavyweights I named. But Duhaupas, he was, he had a little fight left. He seemed to be a little bit shot of a fighter. He was coming downhill using his straight punches. Occasionally touching the guy with the Miller with the right hand, but. He just seemed to couldn't keep Miller off of him. He wasn't punching hard enough to keep Miller off. And I say something, Miller has a decent chin. We was on the live stream with Corey Lee Boxing Talk. We still live. We had to redo the stream. I'll link in the description. So if you want to follow and get some good reactions, some good play-by-play, I'll send a description. I'll put the link in the description in this video on YouTube. But, yeah, but Miller, he found enough of his stamina to go 12 for the first time. To win enough rounds. I don't think it was that one-sided that HBO had it, but it was clearly a real Big Baby Miller fight. It was two tired warriors going into the championship rounds. Even before now, I think that's about the 7th, 8th round. We were saying on the live stream it might not go 12, but nobody was able to have the extra energy boost to go the extra mile to really, take control of the fight and get the stoppage. But Miller showed, for a 304-pound fat dude, he showed a lot of stamina. He showed a lot of resiliency, and he showed a lot of composure, being able to go 12 rounds. And hats off to him. But I still think a nice moderate step up in competition is needed here. I mean, I don't know who, but I just don't see him as a real threat to Joshua Wilder, Povetkin, or even to Joseph Parker. I mean, at this point, I think Dylan White dog walks him. He still need to continue to learn how to punch. He's still punching as a kickboxer. He needs to learn how to turn them punches over. I mean, the right hand, coming out like the 6th, 7th round, coming out those rounds, it was getting shot out of a cannon. He was shooting it really, really good. He was, turning his hips and putting the weight behind it. He got walk attention, but he needs more of how to turn over and step into his punches and how to turn over his hooks. He needs more technique and more fundamental help. And it might be a switch in trainer, man, honestly, because he's still slapping with his punches like he was a kickboxer. But Duhaupas, he need to retire. He ain't got it no more. He definitely looks like a shot fighter from when he fought Deontay Wilder. And then he got knocked out by Povetkin as well. He just didn't have enough of the oomph. He should have been able to drag Fat Baby Miller into late rounds and drown him. But he couldn't do it. And Miller passes another test in ranking high. And moving up the rankings in the heavyweight division. Is he ready for... Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder? I don't think so. But if you want to catch that free smoke for one of them, it is what it is. I don't believe Eddie Hearn believes this was a Anthony Joshua worthy-esque performance for Jarrell Miller, and for him to have even been considered for fighting Joshua, anytime soon, he was gonna need an impressive knockout. He fell far short of that. And even with an impressive knockout, he might have scared Joshua away. So I think it was a no-win situation as far as him getting that Joshua fight. But nice fight for Miller. Maybe maybe a Mir Mansour next. I don't know how you feel about that. Maybe a Dillian White, Joseph Parker. But like I said, I still think he needs to improve. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. Let's get ready for the Danny Jacobs fight. We gone.